Body horror fans, get ready for some nightmare fuel. If you love twisted transformations, grotesque visuals, and unsettling psychological terror, you're in the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 7 best body horror movies on Netflix right now. So brace yourself for some seriously disturbing cinema. Number 7. The Perfection, co-written and directed by Richard Shepard. The Perfection is a twisted psychological horror filled with surprises from start to finish. Allison Williams and Logan Browning, dear white people, lead the film as 2 musical prodigies who meet at the best private music school in Boston. But their competition for the attention of the demanding leader, played by character actor Steven Weber, sets off a scheme that rips open the layers of a deep conspiracy. This film presents different types of body horror throughout, from brutal amputations and skin-crawling hallucinations to the loss of one's bodily autonomy to sexual predators. Trigger warning for sexual assault. Also, special shout out to cinematographer Vanya Chernyul, who keeps this film looking perfect even in the most upsetting sequences. Number 6. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Brian Cox, and Emil Hirsch star in this single-location supernatural horror directed by Norwegian master of horror André Øvredal, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, about an endearing father and son who run a local morgue in a small town. Unfortunately, their charm doesn't stop them from having to face a terrifying haunting that stalks them through the night after a mysterious Jane Doe is brought in to investigate. Beyond the amazing use of practical effects that make the grotesque aspects feel more visceral, the big draw of The Autopsy of Jane Doe is the mystery of the corpse that unfolds at a perfect pace, allowing a balance of scares and answers to reveal themselves in a steady flow. Number 5. Blood Red Sky. This German-language slaughterfest, co-written and directed by Peter Thorwarth, is a wonderful combination of classic horror camp and modern cinematic visual language. Blood Red Sky stars Perry Baumeister as a loving mother who would do anything for her son. When their flight gets hijacked by a crew led by guest star Dominic Purcell, she has to kill for him, revealing her dark vampiric secret to fight back against the gunmen. Baumeister's performance is the standout aspect of the film as she slowly bares her fangs in a stunning transformation from mild-mannered mother to bloodthirsty force of nature, with expert prosthetics and makeup to showcase every stage of the shift. Number 4. Clinical. Clinical is a combo between a psychological thriller and a slasher that keeps the viewer off balance by making them question what's real. A smart move, considering it focuses on a traumatized psychiatrist. Taking the lead is Vanessa Shaw as the aforementioned psych with PTSD, and she masterfully carries the audience down the dark path of the story with a captivating performance that shows off her dynamic range. Director and co-writer Alastair Legrand creates a tense atmosphere that facilitates the puzzle of the plot while putting the viewers in the headspace of someone dealing with trauma. Number 3. Cadaver. A bleak post-apocalyptic Norwegian language horror film, Cadaver is reminiscent of the Hunger Games and Squid Games, where desperate people are given hope for a better future in a rigged system. The story follows a family of 3, 2 parents and their daughter, living in a city destroyed in a nuclear blast who stumble on a bright and opulent hotel that offers the only hot meal in town, in addition to an immersive performance. Unfortunately, the price of staying in the hotel turns out to be human lives. Writer and director Jarand Herdalje does a great job making the colorful sets of the hotel stand in delightfully stark contrast to the grey and dying world outside, while Torbjørn Haar, as the charismatic host of festivities, flawlessly sells the concept. Number 2. Skins. This Spanish-language art house drama has much to say about how our appearance affects our social interactions and status. The horror of Skins doesn't derive from jump scares, musical stings, or the supernatural, but rather the internalized fears we have based on how society treats people who look different from a socialized concept of normal. The story follows a handful of people born with deformities and showcases the isolating and often damaging ways that people treat them. Although many of the ailments have been taken to extremes to illustrate the themes, like the person born with a mouth for an anus, the satire of the narratives shines through to create a heartfelt and cathartic film. Another trigger warning: there is a sexual assault in one of the stories. Number 1. Clown. Before he joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe to deliver their Spider-Man trilogy, director John Watts made his directorial debut with this supernatural horror that amps up our collective fear of clowns. Similar to the classic R.L. Stine Goosebumps story, The Haunted Mask, Clown takes the concept of a costume that slowly consumes the wearer to darker depths, as a family man dons a ratty clown costume from his attic that refuses to come off, converting him into a creature of nightmares. Watts creates original lore for the film, which is intricate and fascinating, but the way he shifts the man into the beast over time is a wonder of body horror that belongs in the Hall of Fame, if such a thing existed. And that's a wrap on our list of the best body horror movies you can stream on Netflix right now. Which one are you watching first? Or did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more horror recommendations. Until next time, stay creepy.